product that's just now being introduced in the U.S. that is giving you and police a way to essentially give your belongings their very own DNA signature. Inside these little bottles is a big breakthrough when it comes to catching criminals.
Smart Water is a unique forensic code that contains 26 rare earth minerals that provide a 1 in a billion combination that allows it to be uniquely traced to a particular individual.
You see, while these vials look identical, each has its own unique code, DNA of sorts. The liquid glows under a special ultraviolet light. It can be applied to your valuables or used as part of an alarm system.
There was an index spray that was placed covertly. That index spray was dispersed when the individual committed his particular crime. We have a forensic presence and detection capability.
Leland Lieb is the Chief Operating Officer for Smart Water CSI's U.S. operations. Right now, Smart Water is in use in a handful of cities around the company's headquarters in Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
It can last on clothing. We guarantee it for up to 5 years. It can last on the skin for multiple showers, bathing. We can find it in many cases weeks later.
So that all sounds good, but does it really work, and is it reliable? The company sent us some samples to put to the test. The first thing, we'll try it on skin and see how long it lasts. We also marked electronics and clothing, and once dried, Smart Water does not scratch off easily. Keep in mind, if you're not careful, you'll also end up with glowing green fingers. But once dried, you can't see it, and the company says you just need a small amount to test and determine the unique forensic code embedded in the liquid. So the Smart Water has now dried on my hands, and we're going to wash up and see how long it takes to get it off. Wash after wash, the Smart Water sticks tight, but will it really last as long as the company claims? It's now been about a week since we first applied the Smart Water, and that's been a week of hand washing and scrubbing in the shower. So let's take a look. There you can still see the telltale green glow of the Smart Water still on my skin.
Smart Water is pretty interesting. I see a lot of advantages towards it, especially for items that don't have serial numbers. Something like that, untraceable items. Wes Elliott is a former police officer and currently teaches others how to protect themselves. He knows property crimes and stolen property cases are some of the most difficult to solve. How often do you see recovery of that? Very, very seldom. Very seldom. And if we did ever find it, it was just pure luck.
Elliott says the key to Smart Water working is making sure people can see it, which means providing access to these lights, not just to law enforcement, but also to places like pawn shops. Smart Water agrees, and they've already worked with police departments and jails to provide UV screenings.
We think that the pawn shop relationship and the cooperation is a vital aspect to the Smart Water strategy.
But beyond just marking items, the ability to catch a suspect green-handed, if you will, also intrigues this former officer.
Place him at the scene of the crime without a doubt, and I think that respect, that's very valuable in the tools of prosecution.
The technology is so intriguing, Oklahoma City police say they are open to using it, but they just want to see how court cases involving Smart Water pan out. But there's only one catch there.
Because of the characteristics associated with its unique traceability, most individuals associated with Smart Water have pleaded out. We anticipate to have our first court case here in the United States very soon.
Smart Water says it hopes after they can prove the product in a U.S. court of law, more agencies will embrace the technology, and they're also seeing private companies using it to keep track of their own products. Now, if you'd like to learn more about Smart Water or just find out some ways to help make sure you are as protected as possible even without Smart Water, head to our website, okcfox.com. Reporting in the studio, Phil Cross, Fox 25 News.